y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shamyra and this is Check the Rhymes. I am super excited that you're here. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. Y'all, today we are talking about couples that want to add a third person to the relationship, bedroom activities, whatever goes on in your house. I don't know, but as for me and my household, no thank you. But anyway, the world of relationship shows is becoming more inclusive than ever. So hosted by Scott Evans and guided by sex and relationship expert Shamyra Howard, Peacock's new original series, Couple to Throuple, starts streaming on Peacock on February the 8th. And it's going to, I'm going to let them tell us what it's about because I can't even put it into words, honestly. But I'm excited to hear more about this show because I love a good old messy reality show. I don't know if y'all do. So anyway, stay tuned. You don't want to miss today's show.
Hey, Shamyra.
Hey, welcome to Check the Rhymes. How are y'all?
Oh, well, thanks. How are you?
Well.
I'm still recovering from a Frankie Beverly and Maze concert, so forgive my voice because I thought I was
singing louder than Frankie, huh?
So I am right.
I already know it.
So Couple to Throuple, because I feel like the setting for this, Frankie Beverly and Maze might need to go to the tropical resort and sing. But what is this show about? Scott, we can start with you.
This show is about couples who said, I think we feel strong enough, we feel real enough and centered enough that what if our dynamic could be made better by opening our relationship to a third love, a third partner? And they come down to the resort to do that. Dr. Shamyra and I wanted to make sure that these people had an experience where they were able to ask questions they were able to ask questions free of judgment. They were able to ask questions of themselves and challenge themselves to put themselves in positions where they trusted that there was something of benefit on the other side of the discomfort or the unknowing, but they were in a scenario where they were going to have support, love, and care and consideration as they moved through some tough, decisions, as they move through some new territory, so to speak.
Okay. Dr. Shamyra, what are some tips or signs or something where you saw some of these couples or even just people out here in these streets that are like, we want to add a third person to the dynamic? What lets you know that they are not ready for that?
Oh, that's a great question because a lot of people are not ready. A lot of people are looking at Couple to Throuple and they're like, I could never. And I'm like, you're absolutely right. You shouldn't be. You shouldn't. Because it's not for everyone. While non-monogamy and ethical non-monogamy and polyamory is increasing and becoming more popular amongst Americans, a lot of people still are not ready for this type of dynamic. And the ones who are, these are the people who are questioning whether or not, like Scott said, that this could add value to their lives already, right? And so if you are someone who is struggling with relationship injuries, cheating, betrayal, you and your partner don't feel connected, there are attachment issues there, there's no trust, you don't even feel like you want to be bothered with this current partner, then bringing another partner into that dynamic is absolutely not recommended. What we'll see on Couples to Throuple is couples who actually felt connected in their relationship and strong enough in their relationship to want to share that connection and that love with someone else, and to see how bringing someone else in could actually grow that relationship that they already have. Now, that doesn't come without challenges, of course, because it's hard to be in a throuple when you've already been a couple for so long. So bringing another person in is like, oh my goodness, what are we going to do? And so if you are not ready to challenge yourself and to see yourself in the mirror, then this isn't for you.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting because I feel like on other shows on Peacock, like Love Island and Temptation Island, all the islands, we've seen where there's been like one or two couples that, well, they may not have really been couples, but they were dating. They may add a third person and then it's a whole fallout of things. Are we going to see some explosive drama like this on the show? Either way.
Yeah, I mean, I think I think Couple to Throuple has, everything that you want in a dating show, right? A destination dating show. It is a beautifully shot experience, beautifully captured experience. But I think that, like anything, when you are showing up in a way you've never showed up, there's a whole lot of new. There's a whole lot of unknown, right? And so certainly there is this physical dynamic of three people, this visual of three people, that is something that I think for a lot of people is kind of titillating, right? Mm-hmm. But just as much as there is the physical aspect of the relationship, there is certainly also present in every frame, every shot of the show, the emotional side of the relationship. And I think, the thing about this is that, like, this certainly the non-monogamy, I think, has the perception that, like, this is messy, right? Mm-hmm. This is, why would anybody want to do this? Why? Or even that, like, this is bad. And I think that the idea here was that we were going to be having an experience that was authentic. And so how could this authenticity be bad? If we were willing to be open and honest, and we were willing to be considerate of our partner, how could that be a bad thing, right? Not to say that I have to be in agreement with you and we have to do it exactly how you've expressed, but that there was an opportunity to see what would happen if I could say the thing I've been thinking or the thing I've been feeling, and you just received that. What would happen with our communication? What would happen with our dynamic? How would I be changed and better? Because I could say, I've been thinking that maybe I'm also interested in girls. Like, what do you think, partner?
Right.
You know what I mean? And not be like, what you mean you interested? But we've been married for 7 years now. All of a sudden, if we could put that aside for a little while, and someone could say, this is my interest, this is my desire. And someone say, you know what, I love you and I care about you and I trust you. Let's talk about that more.
Oh, I love that.
Ultimately was the desire about my desire to do Couple to Throuple. It was less about seeing people throuple up. It was less about seeing people, honestly, about seeing people three-way kiss. Yeah. And it was much more about what happens if we had the kind of trust with a partner that I could be absolutely myself with you.
Oh, yes. And thank you for answering the question, because I was wondering why you did this show, but thank you for answering that. And for the last question, and I know we just have like maybe 30 seconds left, and I don't even know if you can answer this in 30 seconds, Dr. Shamyra. But I'm just curious, because you brought up the anxious attachment. And there are a lot of us out here that like to pretend we ain't anxious, but we are until that trigger hits.
Absolutely.
I was just wondering.
He's just chattering.
Right. Because I'm one of those. Like, I will admit it, I am anxious. What are some tips to help get that under control, especially if you're eventually maybe wanting to explore options like this in your relationship, in a future relationship?
Correct. Well, some people don't even know they have anxious attachment styles. They don't know what's going on until they actually go sit down on the green couch or on someone's couch or talk to somebody that can help them explore what's happening. So people with different attachment styles, such as anxious attachments, they are people who are always wondering what their partner is doing. They're wondering if they're good enough in the relationship, if their partner is cheating on them, if they want someone else, if someone else is better than them. So these are people who are often questioning themselves, but also questioning their role in the relationship. So so if this sounds like you, then it might be good for you to go and sit down with someone who can help you identify where that comes from and what to do to overcome it, because it's going to be overcoming this is going to be different for everyone. And when I say overcome, sometimes I mean manage it when it comes up. Sometimes that looks like telling your partner, when you see me flinch like this, that means that I'm kind of nervous about what your response is going to be. Can you touch me and say, oh, you're doing that thing you do when you get nervous when I'm talking to other people. So, and sometimes you'll have to bring your partner in, but you have to have a partner that's willing to go in the depths of this with you. And we'll see that on Couple to Throuple, how these couples are willing to go into the trenches with each other, with their boundaries and with their different attachment styles, and shift their values.
Woo! I love that. Well, thank you both, Couple to Throuple.
That's why she the best.
Right.
That's why she the best.
I need to come talk to her.
You better call her.
Couple to Throuple premieres February 8th on Peacock, and I'm excited. I can't wait. And I'll be online tweeting about it. So I will see y'all on the Twitters, or I'm sorry, X.
Right. That part.
Y'all have a good day. Thank you for joining me.
You too, Shamyra. Thank you.